Hi, this is Vega here. I'm going to briefly go through my league start preparation for 3.24 and why I'm going this particular league start instead of another. So I did consider this, I did carefully consider multiple options. I could do a Necros league start or I could do a Chieftain league start, and I was kind of torn between the two. The thing about Necro that I like a lot is with the scaling on minion life and minion damage moved to an earlier ascendancy point, you can get it quite easily, and then with that initial power you should be able to push through with something like Popcorn SRS. Popcorn SRS will do really well for Necro this coming patch. You can run Popcorn SRS with Ignite. I think we tested Ignite based SRS league start for Popcorn, and it was really strong on Guardian. It will be even stronger on single target for Necromancer. So I think definitely for sure Necro Popcorn SRS league start will be very good as a league starter next patch, next league, Necropolis. But at the same time, I kind of held off on it because even though I felt that Necro was in a good place, I really didn't want to play another minion build because last league I basically played 3 minion builds. I played Blink Arrow or Bombarding, I played Popcorn SRS, and then I played what was it? Dominating Blow. And I really didn't want to play another minion build, even though Necromancer looks really nice next league. So what I'm going to league start with is actually a Chieftain. And I'm going to league start a Chieftain for the sole reason that I've never actually played Chieftain before in PoE. Haven't actually scaled or tried Chieftain, especially the new Chieftain change. I think there are a lot of opportunities for Chieftain that haven't really been evaluated for a league start purpose. I do think that some aspects of this build have already been done by other content creators. I think Jung has done this. I think Wolfleo has done this. Jung has done this on a Chieftain before, but he was playing a hardcore character, so he had different priorities in scaling. And Wolfleo was on a Scion, and he also had a different priority in scaling. So I think this is what I want to do for a league start because of 2 reasons. Chieftain actually is extremely tanky with the coming patch. And he's extremely tanky with the coming patch because you can basically hit 90 all res without much investment. All you really need is a Ruby Flask uptime, just 1 Ruby Flask. You need Purity of Fire without much aura effect. And finally, you just need a few passive points here. And with all these passive points, with all these combination of maximum resistances, you can pretty much push Fire Rest to 90%, which will allow you to push Cold and Lightning Rest to 90% as well through Valakos. This also allows you to get basically capped Fire, Cold and Lightning Rest without much investment, and then you can just focus on getting the rest, getting your damage, prioritizing damage rather than prioritizing on resistances. So with that, I do feel there's a lot of opportunities for Chieftain, and one of the biggest opportunities for Chieftain in the early game is actually single target damage through Flamewood Totems. So Flamewood Totems has been kind of pretty well researched by Jung and Wolfleo and a bunch of other content creators. I can't remember their names. But basically, Flamewood Totems scales in 2 ways. It scales with number of projectiles. The more projectiles you have on your Flamewood Totem procs, the more damage you do. So Flamewood Totems by default has 1 projectile. And then if you have like, I don't know, another 6 more projectiles, you're basically doing 700% damage. So for sure, Flammable Totems is very good. Has very good scaling because you're getting a lot of multipliers from very cheap sources, and I'll show them to you later. The other thing as well is that Flammable Totem also scales with the totem count. So imagine you have 4 totems in play instead of 1. You're getting 4 times the damage when all of them get procced. So you can drop 4 totems. All of them get procced, and they drop 7 projectiles each. So you can do basically a multiplier of 4 times 7, which is about 2.8 times more damage, or 2,800% more damage. And this is in conjunction with very easy to access items and very cheap items. All right, I'm going to show you a bit of the initial items I have and what I'm expecting to use. And it's not going to be very much. So first and foremost, these are the few core items I'm looking for at the first day. On the first day, I'm looking for a Sire of Shards. So Sire of Shards is where Flamewood Totems will be placed on. it allows you to basically have 4 additional projectiles on your totems. So Flame totems will have like 5 projectiles total. Cloak of Flame may be a bit expensive. This is just for defenses. If it can't afford a Cloak of Flame, just a rare chest will do. This is something that will scale into into aspirational content. So even if you can't get this early, it's alright. You can get it maybe day 3, day 4. It's not a problem. Torchwood Step is going to be extremely cheap. 1 chaos or less probably, maybe 2 chaos. But this gives you totem placement speed, moving speed, and totem life, which is all the things you need. Leadership's price will be something that may not be able to get in the first 3 days, but the bright side is you only really care about 1 single roll. You only really care about 3% maximum fire res. The rest are like not important. You can have -3 chaos, cold, and lightning, and it won't matter 1 bit because you're using Valakos. This is very good. Defenses in the form of max res. It's also very good because it gives you scorching, brittle, and sapping, which then gives you pretty much gives you damage. Rain of Splinters also is pretty aspirational. You may not be able to get it in the first 2 days. You can actually take it out, unfortunately. I have to factor in the damage. Once you take out Rain of Splinters, you -2 projectiles, so you do lose some more multipliers here. But with that, the scaling is very, very cheap because once you get Sire of Shards, you should be able to do pretty decent single target. Right now, this is on a level 84 character or something. So just into maps, you should be able to you shouldn't have issues with damage at all. That means you won't have issues where you're fighting a mob that you can't kill. The problem is how to then scale, I think, clear. I think chieftain has really poor clear. Probably, no, it has good clear if you properly explode, but it's very poor clear with, I think, totems. I have to find a solution around that. I haven't actually thought about it, but I think there are good opportunities for that, so I don't really think about it too much. I'm pretty sure for X, I will be doing cremation and Armageddon Brand and using Flamewood totems on bosses. But yeah, so I think with Armageddon Brand and in cremation, it should be fine to I think Armageddon alone is enough to help you clear pretty well. Well, and for Armageddon Brand, if I have to go there, I have to actually unspec this, so I lose 1 totem as well. But yeah, anyway, my day 2, day 3 objectives will be to get a Black Zenith gloves. So Black Zenith gloves will go here. I will move the skill gem to the Black Zenith. So Black Zenith will give me 150% more damage on the Flamewood Totem proc. It will also give me 4 additional projectiles. So it will be really good source of damage. And then for the weapon, I'm going to change it to an Annihilating Light. So with Annihilating Light, you basically get triple damage. Flamewood Totem is a fire skill, I believe. So yeah, your damage just basically shoots up like crazy. With this combination, clearing bosses is not going to be an issue, and with just a bit more investment, you should be able to actually clear Ubers. Mainly building the tankiness, so you should try to get at least about 60k EHP, 80k EHP, and then like 20 mil hit DPS. Yeah, and then you should be able to clear Ubers after that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going for this because I do think that a tankier character is needed. Just a hunch. And my other strategy is mainly to just clear maps, clear bosses, and start doing bossing early. Just because of the way drops have been changed. This skill tree isn't really locked in yet. I have not really factored in a whole bunch of other stuff. For example, I do not know how early you will be able to get tattoos. So if you can get the totem life tattoos, then you can start getting totem life here. And then I'm not sure if I really want to path to here as well, because you can go through here and then get life nodes, and then get the minion life here as well. So that is also up for debate. But all in all, this should be my league start. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Hope you guys enjoyed this really short video, and I'm out. Bye.